very warm welcome to Sayuji Yoga with Prudha and Hardik. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the frequently asked questions from Patanjali Yoga Darshan in UGC NET Yoga exam. So this video is going to be a kind of a question bank through which you will be coming across a lot of questions. I will not only give you the answers, but I will try and give you the explanation so that it will be kind of a study for you. Okay, not just questions, but questions with explanation. So let us start, friend. So today the first question that I am going to take is the method of distracting or destroying the klesha and karma is A. Pratambara Pragya, B. Dharma Megha Samadhi, 3. Nirvitarka Samadhi, and the fourth is Nirvichara Samadhi. And the answer to this question is Dharma Megha Samadhi. Now, the description of Dharma Megha Samadhi can be found in the 4th chapter of Patanjali Yoga Darshan. Now friends, now in past 2-3 examinations, they have been asking lots and lots of questions from 3rd and the 4th chapter. Earlier, the main focus was on the 1st chapter and the 2nd chapter. But due to the new syllabus, lot of questions are asked from the 3rd and the 4th chapter. So before moving further, I would request that please study the 3rd and the 4th chapter very thoroughly. So again we come back to the question, and the answer for this is Dharma Megha Samadhi. Now the Sutra 31st of 4th chapter says that Tataha Klesha Karma Nivrittihi. Okay. So after reaching Dharma Megha Samadhi, a yogi's chitta becomes free from kleshas and karma. Okay. So the yogi becomes free from all the klesha. But it simply doesn't mean that he will be not performing any karma. Okay. Here, what does karma mean? Karma means the klishta karma. Okay. The yogi's chitta will become free from klishta karma, but the yogi will definitely continue to perform karmas which will be ashukla akrishna karma. That is nothing but what we call in Bhagavad Gita terminology nishkama karma. Okay. So now we got the answer, but we should also know what is Dharma Megha Samadhi. Okay. So in the previous sutra, that is 4.30, Patanjali talks about Dharma Megha Samadhi. So what is Dharma Megha Samadhi? So that is Prasanghyane api akusidasya sarvatha viveka khyate Dharma Megha Samadhi. So once the yogi gets viveka khyati, that is prasankhya, he gets the knowledge of pratibha shravana vedana aswad varta. Okay. If the yogi develops raga or attachment towards it, then he will have degradation. So we have already seen in the sutra that is punah anishta prasangat. But if the yogi develops paravairagya, the higher form of detachment, then such a yogi will definitely get kaivalya. And remember friends, the stage of developing paravairagya towards these type of gnan is the stage of Dharma Megha Samadhi. So Dharma Megha Samadhi is actually the bridge between the sampragyata and asampragyata Samadhi. So now what is Dharma Megha? Dharma is the punya or merits, and the Megha is the cloud. So it is said that cloud of Dharma will be showering a lot of punya on the yogi. So therefore we can say that after reaching Dharma Megha Samadhi, a yogi's chitta will therefore become free from klesha and karma. Hope you understood what I am trying to talk about. Okay. The next question is, according to Patanjali, what is the way to remove antaraya and vikshepa sahabhuvaha? The options are A. Abhyasana Vairagya, B. is Pranayam, C. Bhavana Chatushya, and D. is Eka Tattva Abhyas. And the answer to this question is Eka Tattva Abhyas. Now, in the first chapter, 32nd Sutra, the mention of Eka Tattva Abhyas can be found. That is Tat Pratishedhartham Eka Tattva Abhyasaha. Okay, so now we need to understand that what are antarayas, what are vikshepa sahabhuvas, okay, and how to remove it. So there are basically 9 antarayas. 9 antarayas are the obstacles in the path of yoga. So they are vyadhi, sthana, samshaya, pramada, alasya, avirati, bhranti darshan, alabdha bhumikatva, anavasthi tattva. Okay, these are the 9 antarayas. And which are the vikshepa sahabhuva? What are vikshepa sahabhuva? First is dukkha, daurmanasya, angame jayatva, shvasa prashvasa. Okay. So if one wants to progress on the yogic journey and if one wants to remove antaraya and vikshepa sahabhuva, he needs to practice eka tattva abhyas. Okay friends. So now there can also be questions that which are the 9 antarayas or which are the vikshepa sahabhuvas. So when I am explaining this, okay, understand this very carefully because you will get lots of ideas about other questions as well. Okay. So now we move on to the next question, and that is, due to which reason does the body of a yogi not get in contact with water and mud? Okay. So the options for these are, the first is by conquering pranavayu, by conquering samanavayu, by conquering udanavayu, and by conquering vyanavayu. Okay. So now the correct answer is by conquering udanavayu, the body of a yogi does not get in contact with water and mud. Okay. So where do we find the reference for this answer? So we can find the reference in the 3rd chapter, 39th sutra, that is Udanajaya Jalapanka Kantaka Adishu Asangaha Utkranti Cha. Okay. So basically, if one has mastery over Udanavayu, there are 2 results. First is one does not come in contact with that is your water and mud, okay, and the other is Utkranti. So you need to remember the sutras and the siddhis because again, as I am saying, lots of questions are asked from siddhi topic. Okay, let's move to the next question, and this is match the column types. So match list 1 with list 2 and choose the correct answer from the code given below. So the list 1 is A. Avidya, B. Styan, C. Aparigraha, D. Daurmanasya, E. Karuna. And the list 2 is 1. Yama, 2. Klesha, 3. Bhavana, 4. Antaraya, and 5th is Sahabhuvaha. Okay. So now we need to match list 1 with list 2. Okay. So Avidya is Klesha, Styan is Antaraya, Aparigraha is Yama, Daurmanasya is Sahabhuvaha, and Karuna is the Bhavana. Okay. Let me explain each and everything. So now see, there are Panchaklesha. Okay. So that is Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha and Abhinivesha. Okay. So we found Avidya. So Avidya is your Klesha. Then the next is Nava Antaraya, right? So Vyadi, Styan, Samshaya, Pramada, Alasya, Avirati, Bhranti Darshan, Alabhat Bhumikatva, Anavasthi Tattva. So now we found Styan, yes. So Styan is your Antaraya. Okay. Then we move to the next one. That is Aparigraha. Okay. So remember friends, Aparigraha is a Yama. So which are the other 2 Yama? Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya and Aparigraha. Okay. Then we have Daurmanasya. So Daurmanasya is your Vikshepa Sahabhuvaha. So that Dukkha, Daurmanasya, Angame Jayatva, Shvasa Prashvasa. Fine. And the last is Karuna. So the answer is Bhavana. So there are 4 Bhavanas. Maitri, Karuna, Mudita and Upeksha. Okay friends. So this is how you should know the sutras. If you know the sutra, you can actually correlate it very easily. So the next question is, match the list 1 with list 2 and choose the correct answer from the codes given below. So the list 1 is Santosha, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhana and Tapa. and the corresponding list 2 is Samadhi Siddhi, Kaya Indriya Siddhi, Anuttam Sukha Labha and Ishta Devata Samprayoga. Okay, so if you notice, the list 1 talks about the niyama and the list 2 talks about their result. Okay, so let us come to know about the answer. So through Santosha we can have Anuttam Sukha Labha. Through Swadhyay one can have Ishta Devata Samprayoga. Through Ishwar Pranidhana one can have Samadhi Siddhi, and through Tapa one can have Kaya Indriya Siddhi. So these are the results of Niyama which are given in the Sutra number 2.40 to 2.45. Okay. Now let us get into the details of this. So the first is Santoshat Anuttam Sukhalabha, which is given in the Sutra 2.42. So which says that Sukha obtained through contentment is of superior types, or it is unexcelled, or it is unparalleled. Okay. The next is Swadhyayat Ishta Devata Samprayoga, which is in the Sutra number 44 of chapter number 2nd. So that is through Swadhyaya one can have direct knowledge of Devata. Okay. Also it is said that one can have union with the desired deity. But one should be aware that here Devata is not same as Ishvara, because Ishvara is Purusha Visheshaha. So from by no chance Ishvara and Devata are same. Okay. The next is Samadhi Siddhi Ishwar Pranidhanat, given in the Sutra number 45 of chapter number 2, which says through complete surrendership Chitta becomes Ekagra, and therefore the Ekagra Chitta is eligible to get into the state of Samadhi. The next is Kaya Indriya Siddhi Shuddhi Kshayat Tapasaha, which is given in the Sutra number 43 of chapter number 2, which says that once a person develops the endurance in duality, then the body and the senses, that is Indriya, achieves the ability to remain stable. Okay. So therefore, this leads to complete cessation of Ashuddhi, and therefore the person achieves Kaya Siddhi and Indriya Siddhi. Friends, see, this is a quite detailed question. Generally, we focus only on, okay, what are the 5 niyamas, what are the 5 yamas, and okay, we are fine. We know this much, but no, you should be knowing the results of each and every niyama and each and every yama. Okay, fine. So we go to the next question, that is, which one of the following is not the component of Chitta? A. Ahankar, B. Manas, C. Dhriti, and D is your Buddhi. Okay. So we know that Chitta is made up of Mana, Buddhi and Ahankar. So here Dhriti is odd man out. So the answer is Dhriti. Remember, Chitta is made up of only Mana, Buddhi and Ahankar. Okay, fine. So the next question is, Sanyama does not include A. Dhyana, B. Kaivalya, C. Samadhi and D. Dharana. Okay. So now the discussion about Sanyam, extensive discussion about Sanyam and their siddhis can be found in chapter number 3. Okay. So the 4th sutra of chapter number 3 talks about Sanyama, that is Trayamekatra Sanyamaha. Okay. So now Sanyam is a technical term or tantriki paribhasha for Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. Okay. So the details of Dharana can be found in Sutra number 1 of 3rd chapter, Dhyan in Sutra number 2 and Samadhi Sutra number 3. Nowhere there is mention of Kaivalya. So friends, remember, Sanyam is only Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. Kaivalya is not mentioned, so answer is Kaivalya. Okay. So we move to the next question, which is the third pada of Patanjali Yoga Sutra is, okay, A. Sadhanapad, B. Samadhipad, third Kaivalyapad, and D is Vibhutipad, okay. As the students of yoga, we must know this, okay. Anyone is coming and just asking this in sleep also, you should be able to answer. So the correct answer is D. Vibhutipada, okay. So as we know, Patanjali Yoga Darshan has 4 pada. The first is your Samadhipada, second is your Sadhanapada, third is your Vibhutipada, and the fourth is Kaivalyapada. You should also know that each pada consists of how many sutras, because this is also at times asked in the match the following. So the first chapter, Samadhipad, has 51 sutra, Sadhanapad has got 55 sutra, Vibhutipad also 55 sutra, and Kaivalyapad has 34 sutras. Okay, let's move to the next question, that is, how many types of pranayama are described by Maharshi Patanjali? A. 2, B. 3, C. 4, and D is 5. Okay, the correct answer is C, that is 4. 4 types of pranayama are mentioned by Muni Patanjali in Patanjali Yoga Darshan. Okay, now the discussion about pranayam can be found in the second pada from sutra number 49 to sutra number 53. Okay, so sutra number 49, which is the definition of pranayam. They can ask you this way also, what is the definition of pranayam, and it is in which sutra? So that is Tasmina Sati Shwasa Prashwasa Yogati Vichchedaha Pranayamaha. Okay, the next is the types of pranayam are explained in sutra number 50 and 51, which is Baya Abhyantara Stamba Vritti Desha Kala Sankhyabihi Paridrashto Dirgha Sukshmaha, and the next is Baya Abhyantara Vishaya Shepi Chaturtaha. Okay, and the results of pranayama can be found in sutra number 52 and sutra number 53, that is Tatah Kshiyate Prakasha Varana, and the next is Dharana Sucha Yogyata Manasaha. Okay, so let's come to the 4 types of pranayam again. So which are the 4 pranayam that Patanjali Muni talks about? The first is Bahya Vritti, second is Abhyantara Vritti, third is Stamba Vritti, and the fourth is the one that is not dependent on either Bahya Vritti or Abhyantara Vritti. So in total we have 4 types of pranayam explained by Muni Patanjali. Okay, fine. Don't get confused, because many students, they like, oh, there are 8 pranayams. Yes, there are 8 pranayams. There are Ashtakumbhak, but that is in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. It has no connection with Patanjali Yoga Darshan. Okay, fine. So now the next question we move on to, that is Panchaklesha are described in which pada? The A. Sadhanpada, B. Samadhipada, C. Kaivalyapada, and D is Vibhutipada. Okay, so the discussion about klesha can be found in the chapter number 2, that is your Sadhanpada. Fine. So second chapter, third sutra, which is Avidya Asmita Rag Dvesha Abhiniveshaha Kleshaha. Okay, all of us know that there are 5 kleshas. Fine. We move on to the next question, which is, which one of the following is not the way to attain Siddhi? A. Aushadhi, B. Mantra, C. Tapas, and D. Japa. Okay, so now all of us know that this question is from the chapter number 4. Okay, now many people get confused. Okay, this is Siddhi question, so it might be in the 3rd chapter. No, this specific question is from the 4th chapter and the 1st sutra, which says that Janma Ausha Mantra Tapaha Samadhijaha Siddhayaha. So siddhis can be obtained through Janma, that is birth, Aushadhi, that is specific medicines, Mantra, the chanting, and Tapa, the penance. Okay. So here if you see, they have given Aushadhi, they have given Mantra, they have given Tapas. Okay. But Japa is not the way through which we can get Siddhi. So Japa is odd man out. So you have to remove that. So that is your answer. Fine. The next question we move on to is Ashtanga Yoga's description is found in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Rudrayamal Tantra, Sharada Tilak and Brahma Sutra. Options are 1 and 4 are correct, 2 and 4 are correct, 1, 2 and 3 are correct, and 2, 3 and 4 are correct. Okay. Now here, see, we must have never heard about Sharada Tilak. We must have never heard about Rudrayamal Tantra. Okay. Definitely we know what is Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So now here you will have to apply some kind of deductive logic. Okay. Okay. If not this, this could be the answer. Now if you see Brahma Sutra is from Vedanta. Okay. It has relation with Vedanta, and Vedanta does not talk about Ashtanga Yoga. Okay. So through deductive logic we can say that Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Rudrayamal Tantra and Sharada Tilak has the mention of Ashtanga Yoga. Friends, sometimes you will really have to apply deductive logic because it might be rarely possible that one person is knowing everything. Okay. So be prepared to apply your brains and answer the questions. So thank you friends for joining me for this video. This was the very first video that I had prepared about the Patanjali Yoga Darshan question bank. I will be coming up with many more videos on Patanjali Yoga Darshan and various other topics. So friends, if you like this session, then press the like button. Also press the bell icon to subscribe to our channel so that you will get the regular updates. Thank you so much. Namaste.